She declared, "My friends are way more important than you." When I asked for one date night, I said clearly and walked away. When her friends started dating each other and stopped inviting her, she begged to reconcile. I, 28, male, have been with my girlfriend Natalie, 27, for 3 years, living together for the last 18 months. I'm writing this from my new apartment, while she blows up my phone with voicemails I won't ever listen to. 3 months ago, I made a simple request. I asked for one date night. Just one. A Friday evening, just the two of us, maybe dinner and a movie. Nothing fancy, just a few hours dedicated to our relationship. Her response? She barely looked up from the group chat on her phone. "Babe, you know Friday is sacred. That's when the squad gets together." Then she dropped the line that started the end of everything. "My friends are way more important than some random dinner. We live together. Isn't that enough?" The squad is her tight-knit friend group from college. Natalie, Jenna, Milo, Daphne, and Rowan. I get it. Friendships matter. But we hadn't had a proper one-on-one date in 4 months. Every weekend was dominated by squad events. Squad brunches, squad game nights, squad beach days. My life had become a binary choice. Either tag along as the boring, silent boyfriend in the corner, or sit at home alone while she was out with them. When she dismissed my request so casually, something inside me just broke. I didn't argue. I didn't yell. I just looked at her and said, "Clearly." Then I walked away. She laughed, thinking I was just being dramatic. That weekend, while she was at another squad event, I started apartment hunting. I found a decent one-bedroom place just 20 minutes away. I put down the deposit, and then I started moving out in secret, piece by piece. One day, it was a box of my books. The next, my winter clothes. She never even noticed. She was far too busy planning a quarter-life crisis themed birthday party for her friend Jenna. The pattern had been there for years. My promotion dinner? She showed up an hour late because Milo was having a situation. His Tinder date had ghosted him. My mom's birthday lunch? She bailed at the last minute because Daphne needed emergency brunch therapy after a bad haircut. My needs, our relationship, were always secondary to the slightest whim of her friends. 2 weeks after the Clearly conversation, I decided to try one last time. I asked if she wanted to go to that new Korean barbecue place she'd been talking about. She said she'd love to, but then an hour later she texted, "So sorry, babe, have to cancel. The squad is doing a spontaneous rooftop hang." You get it. I didn't go to Korean barbecue that night. Instead, I went and signed a lease on my new place. My moving day was a Friday, of course. While she was at her sacred squad dinner, I had movers come and clear out my belongings. I packed methodically. My gaming setup, my books, my kitchen supplies. I did 90% of the cooking anyway. I left all her live, laugh, love, wall decor, and the dozens of framed photos of us. I figured she could explain to the next guy why her ex's face was still plastered all over the apartment. I left a note on the counter. It said, "You were right. Your friends are more important." I removed myself from the equation so you can focus on what matters. Rent is paid through the end of the month. Best of luck. I also left her a gift card to that Korean barbecue place we never made it to. Petty? Maybe. Satisfying? Absolutely. Her first call came at 11:47 p.m. The voicemail was frantic. What the hell is this note supposed to mean? Why is half the apartment empty? This isn't funny, Trevor. Another call at 11:52. I'm serious. Where are you? Your gaming setup is gone. You would never leave your gaming setup. What is happening? By morning, I had 23 missed calls and a novel of texts ranging from angry, confused to threatening to call the police to report me missing. Her last text still makes me laugh. The police said you're not missing if you left a note, but this is basically you kidnapping yourself from our life. I responded once to that last text. Your friends are more important. Remember? I'm just respecting your priorities. Then I blocked her number. The real story, however, was unfolding within the squad itself. Apparently, Natalie showed up to their Saturday brunch in tears, expecting a flood of sympathy. Instead, she got a dose of reality. It turned out that Jenna and Milo had started secretly dating 3 weeks ago. Daphne admitted she'd been feeling suffocated and had been declining invites. And Rowan had just gotten a promotion that required weekend travel. The squad wasn't sacred, unchanging monolith. It was a group of individuals who were naturally growing up and evolving. Natalie was the only one desperately clinging to a dynamic they had all outgrown. My leaving wasn't the cause of the squad's collapse. It just exposed the cracks that were already there. The entitlement that followed was breathtaking. She tried to get into my old apartment, telling the building manager I was holding her grandmother's jewelry hostage. Her grandmother is alive and well and lives in Florida. She called my company's HR, pretending to be my wife and fabricating a series of increasingly wild family emergencies. Her mother, Carol, called me, trying to guilt-trip me about the 3 years we'd spent together. I stood firm. She chose her friends over our relationship repeatedly. I told her that was her choice. This is mine. Meanwhile, the squad drama imploded. Jenna and Milo went public with their relationship. Natalie accused Jenna of betraying their sacred bond. Jenna fired back in a brutal text exchange, screenshots of which she later sent me, saying Natalie needed to grow up and stop treating them like her personal emotional support animals. Daphne started dating someone new and posted about surrounding herself with people who encourage growth, not stagnation. Natalie showed up at Daphne's work and caused a scene, getting escorted out by security. She then started a group chat called Trevor's Manipulation Exposed, posting selectively edited screenshots of our old conversations. It backfired spectacularly when our mutual friends pointed out that the text literally showed me begging for one date night. Her friend group, the one she sacrificed our relationship for, completely dissolved within a month. The foundation of her life, built on the shifting sands of codependency, had crumbled. The final chapter came in the form of a letter. I received it yesterday. It was from Natalie. Trevor, it began, "My therapist suggested writing letters without sending them. I'm sending this one because you deserve an apology, even if you never read it. I was wrong. Not about valuing friendship, but about thinking friendship meant ownership. I treated my friends like possessions and you like an accessory. When you left, I blamed you for the dominoes falling, but they were always going to fall. You just stopped propping them up. I'm not asking for forgiveness. Just wanted you to know you were right to leave. I read it twice, then I threw it away. It's not my circus anymore. My new girlfriend, Ashley, and I went to dinner that night. Just the two of us. It was nice. Looking back, my revenge was never a master plan. I just left. I stopped participating in her dysfunction. Her friends growing up and moving on was just life. The fact that she couldn't handle it. The fact that her entire world imploded when she was forced to stand on her own 2 feet. That's on her. The irony is, if she had just given me that one date night, her squad would likely still be intact. They all told me later they were tired of the constant group hangs, too. My leaving just gave them permission to set their own boundaries. I didn't break up the squad. I just revealed it was already broken.